Hi everyone. I had this dream this past Saturday night, and I've been thinking about that dream ever since. And I hope it's just a dream, but I really believe that it means something. And I certainly don't want to frighten anyone, but I felt I needed to share this. In this dream, of course, I'm a carpenter, cabinet maker, and I was working in this small town on somebody's house, and I was outside and there was somebody working with me. The homeowner was inside, and while I was working I noticed the sky. It was kind of a cloudy day, bluish gray clouds, and I looked over to one side and I could see up in the sky. It captured my attention because it was something round, and for a size, if you can picture the largest full moon that you've ever seen, it would be probably about 4 times that size. But it was just a little bit darker shades of gray and blue, so I didn't think too much of it. I just thought, well, it's really strange, but it's just strange cloud formation. So I kept working, and then the homeowner came out and was going over some things with me that he liked, and he was talking right along, but then he happened to look up in that direction where I was looking, and he stopped right up, and he said, "What in the world is that?" And I looked up in that same direction. And what I had seen earlier, it was very obvious what it was now. It was another planet, and it was very close. It had traveled at a tremendous rate of speed, and it was very close now. Much, much larger. And I mean, it was going from one side of the sky to the other. It was very large. And we were watching this in horror because it was just growing in size because it was going at such a rate of speed, and it was on a collision course basically for us. Now this isn't going to actually happen because that would be an extinction level event if another planet ran into us. That's not going to happen. So so you won't be afraid, I believe it's symbolic. It's very symbolic, along with other things that I saw in the dream. It just continued to grow in size, but as it was almost about to hit the earth, it didn't hit the earth yet, it started to implode. And I could see all it was like a thick crust, but it was hollow in the middle. The crust was imploding. It was imploding in on itself. But just then, after I saw this, then it hit down the underside, underneath, on the underside of the earth from where I'm at. It struck the earth, and when it did, it just jarred and shook the earth. But the upper side of this was still within view, and that had broken and split apart, and that was coming right in our direction. And that broke through the Earth's atmosphere and broke up, but when it hit the earth, it made these deep trenches. I mean, it just made these long, deep trenches, and of course that shook the earth as well. It was like watching an apocalyptic movie or something. I mean, it was so real. When the dust finally settled from all of this devastation, I looked across, and there was a field, and I could see that what was left, it was the charred remains of a large city. There's no cities around where I live. I mean, you'd have to travel for many miles to see a city the size of what I saw. But all was left was just twisted metal, like a skeletal remains of all of these buildings that used to be there. And it was all charred and black. And obviously totally destroyed. Now I hope this doesn't happen anywhere on the earth. I hope this doesn't happen. But I can't help what I see in dreams, and I've had a lot of prophetic dreams. That's why I'm sharing this one. Anyways, after seeing this, I looked and I saw a lot of people and debris everywhere. And these people were going around and they were collecting this debris. And they were bringing it to this spot and they were piling it up. And I went over to see what they were doing, and they were piling this up, and it was in the shape of a miniature Statue of Liberty. Again, very symbolic. I felt I needed to share these things with you folks. Not to frighten you, but it's very serious times that we're living in. If you don't know Jesus as your personal Savior, please, He loves you so much. Please talk to Him very soon, right now if you can. Tell Him that, I believe you, Jesus. I believe that God sent you to this world to die for my sins. And I know that you're the only way of salvation. Please come into my heart and into my life. Cleanse me from all unrighteousness and help me to walk with you, because I want to someday be with you in heaven. Thank you so much for watching my video, and just pray. Trust the Lord. He is in total control. Total control. When you know the Lord, you don't have to fear. But anyways, thanks again, and bye for now. And you all be safe and take care.